do. Hello, hello, this is Mr. Andy. We're here with EMC Livestream number 2. Hopefully a little bit improved. Let's see how we do today. We're going to get started here with some warm-ups. So let's see if we can get some people in here on the chat and talking about my problem. Which number should replace the question mark? Okay, which number should replace the question mark? Today, we're focusing on levels 2, 3, and 4 for today. So it might be a little harder for level 2, grade 2. Should be relatively normal for level 3s. And people going from circle 4 or grade 4 will find this a little easy today. Okay, let's look at some possible patterns here. We have 3, 5, 6, and 2, and the middle is 4. So let's see, what can I get from 6, 8, 9, and 5? The middle is 7. 4, 6, 7, 3, the middle is 5. So what is in the middle of 5, 7, 8, and 4? Give you a few moments to think. Okay. What could it be? Maybe Mr. Andy gave us a hint with all those middles. What's in the middle of 3 and 5? Four. What's in the middle of 6 and 2? Also 4. So it looks like our pattern is what's in the middle. So what's in the middle of 5 and 7? Or of 8 and 4? If you're here in chat, let me know with an answer. Awesome job. If you got 6, that is our correct answer. Okay. Our next warm-up. What did triangle say to circle? So we've got a number of clues at the top that can help us figure out what they said to each other. If you're in chat, you've solved any letters, let me know where you got them. Or if you can find the full phrase, type it out for us. Okay. Some of these look a little tougher than others, but I think we should be able to do some of these smaller ones, no problem. 99 plus 5. 99 plus 5. I'm going to go 100. 101, 2, 3, 4. 104. 104 is the letter I. Next up, let's go for the letter T. The letter T. 17 plus 17. 7 plus 7 gives 14. 10 plus 10 gives 20. 20 plus 14 gives us 34 for the letter T. Okay, maybe let's try one that's a little bigger. 99 plus 88 for an R. 99 plus 88. This one I might need to stack up, just so I don't make any mistakes. Okay. 9 plus 8 is 17. Carry the 1. 9 plus 8 is 17. Plus the 1 is 18. Carry the 1. We have 187 is R. Okay. I'm going to start going quicker for those watching on YouTube after the fact. And there's nobody here looking like they're solving this one, so I can go as fast as I want. 55 plus 55. I know that's 110. L's 110. 100 minus 8. I'd have to borrow. Give 10 to the tens place. Borrow from the tens place. Make it a 9. 10 minus 8 gives 2. 92 is O. Anyone seen the solution yet? Screaming at your screen saying, Mr. Andy, you're too slow. Okay, let's go to 1,000 minus 1. That one's pretty easy. We all know that's 999, right? There puts an N there. Let's look at 1,000 minus 7. Very similar to our 100 minus 8. But we're going to have an extra 9. And instead of subtracting 8 and getting a 2, we're going to subtract 7 and get a 3. So we need a couple 9s, and then a 3. That looks like E is 993. 9,999 plus 2. That's going to be 10,001. We got a P at the first letter here. U. 11 plus 9 is 20. But 320 for U. And of course I missed a second O down here. Another 92 there. 2 left. It's a Y and an S. I think you know where they go. What did this triangle say to the circle? You're pointless. Well, that's right. You're pointless. How rude. How rude, says circle. Okay, one more warm-up. What number should go in this question mark? Looking for a pattern here. Might be similar to the first one we did. You have a few moments for those watching. Maybe pause on YouTube. Okay. I have 1 and 7, 5 and something, and in the middle of all those is 8. I don't think it's what's in the middle. Not this time. Not what in the middle of 1 and 7, because that would be like 4. That's 8. What's in the middle of 4 and 5? Well, it's not even a whole number. So it's not what's in the middle. What could it be instead? Maybe we look at our title for today. It's Addition Week. Yeah, that's right. We're going to add the numbers above and below to get 8. 4 and 5 make 9. So let's look across now. We have 6 and 9. What's missing here? 5 and 8. What's missing there? Should be the same number. And it is, in fact, 3. If you got 3 earlier than me, great job. Keep it up. Okay, we are all warmed up. We'll be right back with some problem solving. Okay, we're back for some problem solving. In this problem solving segment, we're going to be arranging numbers on the number line. Look, a little Halloween theme of the slide today. Get rid of that Halloween theme. Okay, filling in the missing numbers. Circle all the numbers that will satisfy the condition. So we have a condition and we have the number line. So we got to figure all of this out. Let's blank out some of this stuff here. Focus on just one at a time. Makes problems easier. Okay, we've got some number. We want to circle all the numbers that satisfy this condition. The numbers have to be between 104 and 115. On the number line, we have 105. That's already good, so we're going to circle it. 108, that's good too. But what numbers are left to fill in this number line? Okay, we're going to need a few more going on. What are we adding each time to get the next number? So we can find that by subtracting. and that gives us 3. We have someone here, woo! Okay, so what would the next one be if you can find chat? That would be awesome. We're going up by 3 each time. 108 plus 3 is 111. Three more than that gives us 114. And we keep going. We get 117 and 120. So for this example, we now have what we're looking for on the number line. We just have to figure out which of the numbers we put on the number line I need to circle are between 104 and 115. If you circled 111 and 114, you are correct. Great job. Okay, let's try another one. Laggy video today, says a viewer. Let me close some programs, maybe that'll help. And this one. Okay, for those who are trying this problem after the fact on the stream, we've got some numbers between 809 and 833 on this number line. Which ones are there going to be? We have to figure that out. First, we got to fill in the number line. What are we adding each time? I think you probably figured out it's 5 already. So we need 815, 820, 825. Well, that's right, 5. Awesome. And 830. Okay. Now we want to put a circle around all of the numbers that match our condition. Circle all the numbers that satisfy this condition. They're between 809 and 833. What should be the first number I circle? And what about the last number I circle? Oh, we have one more notch there. 835. 810. That is correct. Thank you, Jill D. That is the first one, and I'm going to keep circling until 835, they say. Wait, is 835 less than 833? If not, we got to undo it. If we put this number in here, it should be true. Is 835 less than 833? Undo, they say, undo. Awesome. Okay, that was our first problem-solving segment of the day. Our next problem to solve is 2 truths and a lie. Theo makes this number. It looks really big. And Tessa makes another number. It looks a little smaller. But we'll have to find out. Which of the following is the lie? Theo's number is bigger than Tessa's number. Tessa's number has 11 hundredths. Or Theo needs 3 more ones to equal Tessa's number. Which of these is a lie? Okay, first we should try and figure out what those numbers are. If you see the number, let's figure it out. These big green cubes have how many little squares in them? We got 10 groups of 10 groups of 10. 3 dimensions of 10. So we can try 10 times 10 times 10. And that'll get us our green bit. Okay, and then we can count up how many of these we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these yellow sticks. What did 10 yellow sticks make? Well, it looks like it's 10 times 10 again. So when we figure out the first part of this 10 times 10 times 10, we can use that for the yellows. So what number? Maybe Jill knows. Maybe Jill knows in chat. What number does Theo have? What number does Theo have at the moment? That's what we're trying to figure out. That's okay. No problem. So 10 times 10 times 10 gives us 1,000. And 10 times 10 is 100. And then we have 7 little ones. So if I put all those together, Theo makes the number 1,107. And Tessa makes the number 1,000. This blue square, if you remember, is 100. And this is a 10. So I think we know which one's the lie now. Three is right because the blue square is also 100. So we need 3 more ones to make Tessa's number. So this is correct. This is a truth. Great job in chat. Does Tessa have 11 hundreds? She has 100 for sure. And then if you think of this as a loaf of bread, we've got 10 slices of blue right here to make a green. So 10 hundreds plus 100 is 11 hundreds. So this is correct as well. But clearly 1,110 is bigger than Theo's 1,107. Super job! Okay. I'm curious if we have more new viewers. If you are here in chat, let us know. Say hi. We're going to jump into another challenging problem here in our problem solving section for grades 2, 3, 4. If you have a quarter, a dime, a nickel, and a penny, one of each. Hello, Octoon, welcome back. Which of the following amounts can you not make with the change you have? Okay, we have a quarter, a dime, a nickel, and a penny. Octoon's asking Jill where she's from. She's from my living room. Awesome, getting to know each other. Okay, so can I make 36 cents? I can make 36 with 25 and 10. That makes 35. Oh, 35. I can make 35. And can I make 36 now? I can if I just add one more penny. Awesome. So we can make 36. We're looking for the one we cannot make. Can you not make? So we're eliminating the ones that we can until there's only one left. Can I make 31 cents? Can I make 31 cents out of these coins? Well, I've got 25 again. I gotta get 6 more cents. Which coins should I use to make 31 cents? I have a very supportive, beautiful, lovely person supporting me. The nickel and the penny, that's right. Okay, nickel and the penny. So we can make 31 cents. What do I need to make 40 cents? You're going to keep what? Octoon? Keep confusing the coins. Okay, that's a good call. We have a quarter. That's worth 25 cents. Okay, and these ones are all face side, so you might have to know the ones from America. So this is a dime. This is 10 cents. Well, this is 5 cents. And this one is the penny for 1 cent. Soon to be gone. Heard they're getting rid of the pennies soon. Just like Canada did a couple years ago. Okay, how can I make 40 out of this? Which coins do I need? Definitely need our 25. Everything's bigger than 25 so far. Well, can I make 34? Can I make 40? No. I don't know which one. I need some help. Okay, you're right. I can't make 40, or I can make 40. So we'll get rid of that, and we keep 34 as the one we cannot make, because we just don't have enough pennies to make it. Okay, next up, we're going to do something from the Noetic with some cute little kitties. Hopefully we can see those kitties on stream, because they're very cute. You made 41. You did. Awesome. You did so? Well, if you can make 41, we can definitely make 40. You just take away the penny. Okay, a baby kitten and her mother weigh 12 pounds altogether. If the mama cat weighs twice as much as the kitten, how much does mama weigh? Okay, all together they weigh 12. And mama is double little baby. That's okay, Octoon. Take your time, catch up when you can. Typing on the phone is tough. Okay, baby kitten and her mom weigh 12 pounds altogether. If the mama cat weighs twice as much as the kitten, how much does mama weigh? So I'm going to show you a fun way to solve this problem, or at least a way that I like. So I know that mama is twice as big as kitten. Okay? So I know that 2 of these fit in the mama. How do you go back a problem? Can you find me someplace else? You can rewind the live stream later I think you can click back and just watch the question again from the start. And then when you're done, you just click the live button to catch back up. Okay, so I know that 2 of these make up a mama because she's twice as much as the kitten. So I need a number where I have 2 chunks and 1 chunk, and all together they make 12. All together they make 12. You can also find similar questions if you were looking, Jill. If you're looking, there's similar questions if you check us out at emc.school. In the bottom right corner, that's our website. You can find way more cool stuff going on there. We have classes, we have all kinds of cool stuff. So this would be something you might see in Circle 2 or 3. So I need 3 equal chunks. So what from here I can do, if I'm new to this type of problem, I can try numbers out. What if the chunks were 2 each? And I add them up. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. Well, that's too small. I'll try chunks of 3. 3 plus 3 plus 3, that's 9. Or I could try the next one. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 more gives 12. So how much does Mama weigh? I found a way to make it. If the kitten is 4 and Mama weighs double that, what kind of cat is it? It's a cute little white cat. Adorably white. With pink ears. So we get 2 times 4. That gives us 8 as our final answer for Mama Cat. That's right. Great job. Or 4 plus 4 if you don't know times yet. If you haven't seen times before. Okay, doke, we are looking for one more problem here. And then we're going to take a break for Q&A time. This one is called Math League. Math League is another competition style problem. Okay, so this is a problem solving question that you might get on a Math League style competition test. Okay, how can I get that? How can I look into that? Well, you just Google Math League. You can Google Math Kangaroo or Noetic, the 3 that we just did, and you can see more about those competitions. And we also offer, in the fall, we offer some competition classes as well. Okay, Angelica's birthday was 23 days ago. Okay, we're going to have to pretend we don't know what day it is. That's pretty easy for me. I'm getting older. But if today is Wednesday, it's Tuesday, but if today is Wednesday, what day of the week was Angelica's birthday? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday? I think most of us are probably counting backwards. Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday. But is there a faster way? Can I do it in a faster way without having to count every day on its own. Well, that's right, Octoon. We think about it by sevens. Okay, what is 7 days ago? If I have a Wednesday, what's 7 days ago? It's a week ago. So it's also Wednesday. Okay, so if I have Wednesday, and this, say, just so we know what day of the month it is, let's say it's the 23rd. We're going to go back 7, and it'll still be Wednesday. So 23 minus 7 gives us 16. So is it Monday? Yeah, I think it might be. Because we have to go back another 7, okay, and then another 7. The other way we could do it is counting by sevens. We have 23 days, 7, 14, 21. That's still going to be a Wednesday on the 21 days. So we just have 2 days left to go. If it's Wednesday, 1, 2 gives us Monday. Yeah, we do have some cool emojis. Feel free to use them. Okay. Coming up next, just going to take a short break for some water. We'll have Q&A, so start typing up some questions in chat that you have trouble with in school, that you need some help with from your math homework, something like that, and we will help you out just in a second here. Oh, can we see a calendar during this in Math Kangaroo, or is it considered cheating? You can not have anything outside for Math Kangaroo. I don't even think you're allowed a calculator, so it would be cheating. We'll be right back. Give me some questions in chat. Okay, you coming on back? I've got a couple questions in chat. Let's bring them up. Brothers and sisters, I have none, but that man's father is my father's son. Who am I? Brothers and sisters, I have none. Okay, so... Oh, I'm muted? Thank you, thank you. Really? I'm not muted on my end. Okay. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just had someone tell me they couldn't hear me. Okay, so let's talk about this one. Brothers and sisters, I have none. So let's look at I. This is me. And I have no brothers and sisters. None of those. Okay. But that man's father, okay, let's draw that man. Okay, that man has a mustache, so I can tell him apart from me. I just have a little beard. Okay, brothers and sisters, I have none, but that man's father, that man's father is my father's son. That man's father is my father's son. Who am I? Does anybody know? Someone said, I am son. Son of who? Hey, one more time. Brothers and sisters, I have none, but that man's father is my father's son. Yes. I also have a mustache. That man was me the whole time. Who am I? I am me. Indeed. Correct. Good riddle. I like that one, Octun. Okay. My next question is from Jill D. Okay. A bakery. Let's make a bakery. Bakeries need some smoke coming out from the oven and a fancy awning. And we're going to need some shelves full of baked goods. Baked goods. And a door to get inside. Okay, we've got a bakery. They baked 160 donuts. Donuts. And there are 8 flavors. This question comes from Jill. I use a U in flavors. You don't have to. Or do I use a U? I can't remember. I've been out of Canada so long. I'm going to use a U for this question. 8 flavors. How many of each type of donut are there? How many of each type? Of each flavor. And where can I get the donuts? Oh, well, of course, you're going to have to get to a store of your choice that sells at least 8 different flavors of donuts. My personal favorite is Blackbird Donuts. They are really good. But if you can't make them, there's always Dunkin'. There's some mom and pop shops nearby. Always going to be something good. Okay, so what do we have to do here? What operation? Anybody help me figure out which operation I need to use to figure out how many of each type if I have 160 donuts and there's 8 flavors? I guess I should make 8 shelves. You do use a U. Okay, good. I've been a little away from my home for a while, and I forgot which words you use. Okay, does anybody know what operation I'm going to do? Should I multiply? How many of each type will I have? Am I going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? No problem. Have a good drive. Thanks for watching. Hey, anybody know which operation I should use? Okay, I'm taking these donuts and I'm splitting them onto 8 different shelves. That's right, we're going to use divide. We're going to divide these. Okay, because we want to split them up into 8 different shelves. Okay, so I'm going to do, there's a couple ways we can do it. We can do 160 and just divide it by 8 if you know how to do that. Okay? You might need to use long division if you know how to do that. But what if you don't know how to do that? How do I split up something into 8 piles? Okay? Well, I'm going to look at how many 8s I need to make 160. So I just start counting by 8. If I had 8 of them, I'm going to have 1 on each shelf. 16, 8 more. Okay. Maybe go upstairs where you can't hear me. I don't know. 8, 16, 24, 32. So just keep adding 8 until we get to 160. I'm going to just keep going. If you're watching after the fact, maybe pause and make your list and come back, and we'll see if we have the same list. This one. 80, 88, Yeah, I know. This is the way we do it. This is how you can divide. If you don't know how to divide, you just count by the number at the end that you're dividing by. 88, 96. Oop. Wait, there's a pattern. 86420. 86420. And when I have 0, I go back to 86420. The ones place will have this pattern. And the tens place, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Oh, the 4 repeated because I had a 0 here. Okay, so I'm going to repeat whatever I had in my 0 spot. But I'm just going to keep going up by 1. 104, 112, 120, 128, 136, 144, 152, and 160. Okay, so we got to 160. Now, here's where we go in. We count these. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have 2 rows of those. 2 rows of 10 makes 20. So this is the way we can divide if we don't know how. Okay? So there's 20 donuts in each flavor. You better hurry. Go grab the ones you want before it's too late. Okay. Any other questions for Q&A time? Anyone else? Last call for questions. Okay, then we're going to be doing a live video recording. So we might do a couple takes, but basically we're pretending we are teaching an audience, so I won't be interacting too much with chat during this segment. This is just going to be something we can use for a separate YouTube video. So going to ignore chat for a little bit and pretend I'm teaching someone who's not learned this before. Okay? So that's what this segment is. If you want to watch, you can do so. Let me know. And let me know if I need a better take or if I stumbled on a word too much for a good YouTube video, and I'll just say it again. You can help me make the best video possible. Okay, so time to do a video recording. We're going to talk about how to add large numbers. Okay, large numbers. What are those called? What if I go past ones, tens, and hundreds? What do I have? What can I fill in for my place values in the blanks? Okay, what's the name of this one? I think a lot of you might know already that it's the thousands. See if you can fill in the rest by pausing this video and come on back in about 5 seconds. Wait, it'll be instant if you've paused it. Okay, see if you've got the rest. We've got the 10,000s place, 100,000s place, millions, 10 millions, and 100 millions. If you got that right, that's great. And what I like to do is they all end in the same word. This is the thousands chunk, but I still say 100, 10, and the number of ones. Okay, so we have ones, tens, hundreds, ones, 10, hundred, thousands, 1, 10, hundred, millions. So we have different chunks of 3. What is the numeral 7 in? What place value? Well, it's right here. And that's going to be, well, these are the ones, tens, hundreds. So it's in the thousands chunk. In the middle of the thousands chunk. In the middle of the chunk is the tens place. So we call this a 10,000s. Okay. Pause the video and fill in the rest on your piece of paper to see if you got the same one as me for the 5, 1, 4, and 8 in this number. Let me just erase this so they're easier to see. Okay. Taking those up, we are in the 100 millions. Millions place. The biggest possible place for this number. 100 millions place. The numeral 1 is in the tens place. The numeral 4, we ran out of space here, I guess. Even though it's free, it's in the 10 millions place. And that numeral 8 is in the hundreds place. Awesome. Okay. So what do we have to worry about when we have big numbers? Okay. And we're adding them. We have to worry about what happens when we have consecutive numbers that are increasing by 1. So what is a consecutive number? Consecutive numbers are numbers that come one after another following a pattern. If they don't tell you the pattern, okay, then we assume we're always adding 1. So a consecutive number, we're going to add 1, 1, 1, 1, unless they say something special like consecutive odd numbers or something like that. Okay? Then you would add 2 each time and start from 1. So we usually increase by 1 each time. So consecutive numbers, we know how to count consecutive numbers that have 2 or 3 digits. What comes after 9? 10. What about after 29 and 99? Before 50? Before 500? Before 1000? Quickly pause, write them down. And you should have got unpause after you unpause here. 30, 100, 49, 499, and 999. Okay. So you're comfortable with those. What's going on when I do it with bigger numbers, even bigger than that? What number comes after 99,999? That's a trickier question. Because after 9, it goes to 10. After 99, it goes to 100. We know those. But the bigger it gets, the less likely I am to know what it is. So we're going for adding 1 to this, we'll get 100,000. What happened? All my zeros, all my 9s turned into zeros, and I put a 1 out front of all those zeros. because I rolled over the place value. I crossed over into a new place value. That's what we're going to practice in this video. Hey, what number comes before 10 million? I have to cross down. I'm going to take 1 away from this 1. It'll have nothing. And then everything else turns into 9. So I'm going to have 9, 999, 999. 9,999,999. Pause the video and try the next two on your own. Okay, we go up to 400,000. And we go down to 3,999,999. Okay. So the rule, if you're one of those people that needs a rule because it's still confusing, okay, when you cross up, all the 9s turn into 0s. Make sure they have to all be 9s for this to happen. You stop at the first thing that's not a 9, and then you add 1. When you're crossing down, all of your 0s become 9s, and you subtract 1 from the first place value that wasn't a 0. Okay, and this is crossing up and crossing down. Well, let's practice that with some of these. We're just going to list consecutive numbers, so we're just going, it didn't tell me a pattern, so I'm assuming I'm going up by 1. 10,998. 10,999. All the 9s turn into 0s. 1, 2, 3. And the next one goes up 1. 1 instead of 0. 1. That was already there. 11,000. Okay. I'm just going to do one more for example, but you can try the rest on your own. And I'll show where the rollover happens and where you find the correct answer for that at the end. Okay. So this one we're going to have 9,998. 9,999. And the rollover is going to happen. I'm having trouble drawing 9s today. Okay. And then the rollover is going to happen. All the 9s turn into 0s. And I add 1 to there. 10,000. So this was where the rollover happens. Okay, you can pause, try these other ones. I'll just show you the rollover and what it rolled up or down to. Okay, 340,002 and 1. 340,000 is going to roll down to 39,999. Or sorry, 339,999. Right there. Okay, 97, 98, 99. Right here, it's going to roll up. And we would have, all of these would have been 9s, but I have an 8 in the middle, so I'm going to stop at the 8 and bump it up. So I'm going to have 9, 9. That's when I hit the 8. It becomes +1, a 9. And then all 4 9s at the end became a 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we put in our commas. 9,999,999. 9,990,000 is our rollover number. This one rolls over right away. We get 350,000. And this one rolls down before. The zeros become nines. The 4 goes down by 1. And the rest stays. 32,399. Okay, that is our video for our recording. I hope you learned a lot rolling over our numbers from big numbers with lots of nines and zeros. Remember, when you're crossing up, all the nines become zeros and you bump up by 1. When you're crossing down, all the zeros become nines. It's the opposite. And the first one you hit that's not a 9 or not a 0 goes down by 1. Okay. Coming up next, we have game. Thanks for your patience for recording that video for our live videos. If you'd like to come back and join us for a game, I appreciate it. Okay, our first game is called Hang Math. It's like Hangman. You get 6 wrong, you lose 6 different shapes to make the man. I have 11 letters in the first word and 7 in the second. So, let's guess some vowels. Probably someone voted for E in chat. We'll do E first. Okay, there are 3 E's. One here, one at the end, and one here in the second word. Okay, our category is numbers for Hang Math, so that could be almost anything. Someone says A. Unfortunately, there's no A, so I'm going to draw the head and put a little A in it so we know. Okay, we have 2 people helping out today, so I'll change colors for round 2. An R. There is an R after this E. Great job. Okay, Aktun, your turn to guess a letter. Anyone got a guess for a letter? An N. I saw an N first, then we'll do the S. Okay, there is an N here and here. Great job. Switching colors for round 3. Someone says S. We do have 2 S's. When you think you've got the final answer, you can guess it in chat. Someone says U, M, and B. They think they know a word. They're going for all three at once, and they are correct. Numbers. But we'll get the U, M's, and B's from this word as well. That's it. Just a U. Some type of numbers. A T for round 3. Round 4, rather. There is a T. An L. No L. We'll put an L in the body. A and L were traps today. A D. A D. There is no D. But luckily, someone remembered our word of the day from our video. Consecutive. Consecutive numbers. These are numbers that go in a row following a pattern. So if you say consecutive numbers, we mean 1, 2, 3. If you say consecutive odd numbers, you mean 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. These are consecutive. They're just in a row. Any chunk of them that's in a row. Okay, awesome job, team. Our next game is called Word Ladder. Word Ladder, we want to change a head into a tail. But we got to do that one letter at a time. We did it one way. You can do it your own way. What do I mean by one letter at a time? Well, maybe I want to change the D into an L. Is that still a word? It has to stay words as we go. Oops. Has to stay words as we go. Or I could change the H into a T, but is that still a word? We'll have to see. You can give me a word going bottom to top or top to bottom, your choice. Let me know with your guesses for the words. If not, heel. Someone says change head into heel. We're going to change the D to an L. And keep the HEA. Let's see if that's the same as our way. To get better. I think that is to heal. Great job. You've used our way. I predicted you were going to do that the whole time. Okay, let's change one letter from heel or tail to get closer to the other word. Let's turn tail into hail. The T turned to H, so I'm going to change its color. We're closer. But now we need to change vowels, and it's harder to change vowels in the middle of the word. So let's see if we can get it. I also love games. Games are very interactive and fun. See you later. Thanks for joining us, Octoon. Okay, I think we're just down to one person active in chat. If anybody else is here and active in chat, please jump in with some words. Oh, I see a way to get there. I see a way to get there if we change the I. And we also change the A to this letter. We'll meet in the middle eventually. Hint. Needs a hint. Well, my hints don't match what we're going to do here. So, we can continue from heel, but we won't get to hail. We'll get to something else. A color. Turning heel into what? With a color. I'm going to take this hail and move it off to the side. It's a great idea. But if we go with our hints, we're not going to get it. That is correct, teal. Teal is the next word we used. More hints? Sure. To say something. Changing one letter in teal to make it saying something. You know, I'm going to go blank on my brother because he was a meanie. That's right, tell. Changing the A into an L gets us tell. And then from tell to tail, what can I do? I have to either change the A or the I. Till? Well, I could do till. But I want to go to A. See if my hint will help you. Pointing at a giraffe. That's right, tall. Tall. I'm not going to change the colors this time, but definitely a typo. I agree. Till is nowhere near A on the keyboard. Okay. And hail. From hail, we could have done haul. And we could have been a little naughty and gone from heel to hell. That's what I saw as the other way up there. So there's more than one way to turn heads into tails. Hope you enjoyed the games portion of the show. Now it is time for a puzzle. It's amazing. What food does the ladybug eat? Or do they like to read books? Or do they like to laptop? Follow it with your finger, type it in chat, see if you can beat me. I'm going to follow it slowly. If you can see what we're going to be, type it in chat before I get there. Hard to see on mobile. That's why I'm helping. The laptop is correct. Okay, what about the bee? The bee starting up here. What does the bee want to be next to? Bees. Well, there's a yellow ladybug. Only one bee. Oh, I get it. Pizza. The bee wants the pizza. That is correct. What about my laptop? No, not my laptop. I meant to say grasshopper. Grasshopper, where are you going? Does he want candy or a book? He wants a book. Well, that is correct. Great job in chat. Okay, what about my purple flower? Coming from the bottom this time. Who's going to land on the purple flower? Butterfly? Beetle? Multicolored beetle or the yellow beetle? It is the butterfly. One left, and then we will know the rest. Multicolored beetle. Is going to the right, probably going for that candy. Loves candy. That's right. They went for the candy, which leaves the yellow beetle as the one who wants the mandarin orange, the clementine. Fantastic job. One more puzzle, finding the odd one out. One of these books is not like the other. Or could it be the pencil that's different? Or could it be something else that's different? We'll have to look and see. Tell me what row it's in if you find what row it's in. That'll help your friends. Is it in row 1? Row 2? Row 3? Or row 4? Hard to see on mobile. I'll make a bigger one. This one's a bit bigger, so maybe you can see it better. The mushroom house. The window on the last one is correct. Great job in chat. Remember, you can pause for these. Going back to the book, you can pause your screen for these. It's in row 3 if you need a hint. No worries. It was this one. Has a shorter pen. It got cut off by the book. Awesome. Great job. End of pencil. Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. I think we've wrapped up. We've got a good time to end here. So I wanted to thank everybody for joining us. We will see you tomorrow for grades 4, 5, 6. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for